So let's jump in. Let's go. First beer here, folks, is Operation CoHoperation, something that Lupulin pumps out for a lot of their collaboration beers. And of course, featuring this one is none other than Falling Knife, who we wax poetically about on the regular. Isha, again, after diving into a little bit of pizza, what are we feeling here?
Oh man, fruity, refreshing, thick in the best possible way. Man, this is good.
I wouldn't even say thick, because I think I know what you're going for there. For me, it's almost more like a mouthfeel, kind of.
There's a lot like going on.
It's not like a thin or like, not to say that it's not smooth, but it's just like you get a little extra something. It lingers a little bit in a good way.
It's not like stout thick, but like there's a lot.
Right.
There's a lot going on here, and it's refreshing. Don't get me wrong. Like you could crush this in the summer, you could crush this in the heat, but you could also crush it in the winter, like we're doing right now, and still acknowledge that there's a lot going on in this one.
And the beauty for me is that it's like tropical flavor,
Yes,
but it's
tropical.
not smacking you with the fruit. Because some people like don't want it to be like overly fruity, and for me, this is like kind of a really dull tropical in a good way, and it just like really easy drinker. It's a good accompaniment here to pizza, which the pizza we're leading off with, Isha, if you want to display, we have the 7 a.m. That's right, the breakfast pizza of 7th Avenue Pizza.
That this guy is responsible for getting made.
I'll accept some credit, definitely not all credit, but incredible pizza, pairs greatly with an incredible beer, and Isha, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. The most likely Minnesota Wild player to indulge in the breakfast pizza, the 7 a.m., is CALEN motherfucking Addison. Not only is he most likely to eat it, but I think it kind of fits his narrative really well, too, as a player. Like, anyone that's in the know loves breakfast pizzas. But if you're not sure, if you don't really know a whole lot about it or haven't dabbled much, breakfast pizzas sound kind of fucking weird, right? Like, I totally get it.
Because you're used to the red sauce. You're used to the red sauce.
That's right. CALEN Addison, defenseman that really, everyone expects a defenseman to play defense. And granted, a majority of the Minnesota Wild players do not play defense. CALEN Addison is definitely not a strong suit of his game, something he's got to continue working on. But when you stop and appreciate the stretch passes, how he helps move the puck up ice, the breakouts, and of course, being the quarterback of that power play,
It's like
it just hits
breakfast
right.
pizza.
It just hits beautifully. It just hits beautifully. But he's the kind of guy, too, like the 7 a.m. pizza, CALEN Addison's never up at 7 a.m. No fucking chance. That guy is sleeping in. He's probably one of the guys that's a big nap on game day kind of guy. But this right here, this 7 a.m. pizza, he's probably busting it out at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
And just sitting there, like, munching out, like, kind of like you get the vibe of the person that's like sitting there just like in their PJs, like eating cereal, watching TV. He's just sitting there, but he's got like a whole pizza to himself. He's just like, yeah, let's do this.
Dude, that's been me the last few weeks, honestly, with the 7 a.m.
Even if this bastard hates him, we will continue to love and support him.
Well, I mean, you said Addison goes against the grain, the traditional grain of being a defenseman, and this pizza goes against the traditional grain of having tomato sauce on a pizza, let alone having pizza for breakfast.
Oh my
Man,
God.
it hits the spot. It hits the spot.